The night sky was full of foreign constellations. Jagged shapes of silver and green dotted the heavens, symbols of gods that were not his own. To Captain Elias Kane, they were reminders of exile. Humanity had fled its cradle centuries ago, only to be told by the Council of Stars, the ancient assembly of alien empires, that Earth would not be admitted into their shining network of civilizations. The verdict had been cold, merciless, final. Humanity is too volatile, too savage. You will remain in the shadows of the void. You will not walk among the stars. It had been 50 years since that sentence. And yet Elias stood here, on a barren rock at the edge of the galaxy, staring up at a sky that denied him, denied his people. His ship, the Ashbringer, lay smoldering behind him, half its hull torn away in a skirmish with patrol drones. His crew, what was left of them, were buried beneath the ash dunes. All but one. Captain, a weak voice rasped behind him. Dr. Leora, the ship's xenobiologist, crawled out from the wreck, her skin scorched, her arm bent at a cruel angle. They'll finish us. The Council doesn't forgive trespassers. Elias crouched, helping her sit against a jagged stone. His face was gaunt, but his eyes burned like iron. Then we don't beg for forgiveness. We don't need their stars. Leora coughed blood, shaking her head. We can't fight them, Elias. They have suns in chains. They breed storms as weapons. What are we compared to them? Elias looked back at the wreckage, where a faint, pulsing glow bled out from the shattered engine core. It wasn't just any reactor. It was a prototype they had stolen, the Ignis drive. A stolen human experiment, untested, outlawed even on Earth. It was said to mimic the birth of stars, creating a pocket of fusion so dense it could power fleets for millennia, or annihilate them in a single flare. Elias's lips curved into a grim smile. Compared to them, with a fire they fear. The Council of Stars. Far away, in a palace of crystal orbiting a blue giant, the alien council convened. Beings of living flame, winged serpents, and crystalline intellects gathered in a circle of eternal judgment. The humans violated our decree, hissed the scaled emissary. They trespassed beyond their allotted systems. Their vessel was destroyed, their people scattered. It is done. But a voice of liquid silver replied, not destroyed. Reports say the human ship escaped near the border nebula. A spark remains. The council chamber rippled with unease. Humanity had been tested before, beaten, denied, silenced. And yet, like weeds and stone, they always clawed back toward light. They must not rise again. The eldest voice thundered. Extinguish them utterly. Ash and fire. Elias dragged the core module out of wreck, his muscles trembling under the weight. The Ignis drive pulsed like a newborn heart, each beat echoing in his bones. He looked at Leora, who watched him with fevered eyes. You're not, she whispered. You can't light it here. It'll kill us both. Maybe, Elias admitted, his jaw tight. But if we die proving them wrong. We die as stars. He remembered Earth, its cracked oceans, its cities begging under alien embargo. He remembered the children staring up at skies they were told would never belong to them. Rage boiled in his chest. No council decides where humanity belongs, he growled. We carve our place in fire. He set the module on the highest ridge. His fingers danced over the cracked console, overriding safety after safety. Warnings screamed across the screen. Core instability. Critical cascade imminent. Leora tried to crawl toward him, her voice broken. Elias, if you do this, you'll burn everything. He turned to her, and for a heartbeat, his eyes softened. No, Doctor. I'll light the first flame of home. Birth of a star. When the alien fleet arrived, 30 warships gliding through the void like predators. They saw a lone man standing on the ridge of ash. They laughed at him in their alien tongues, mocking the frail creature who dared face the infinite. But then they saw the glow. The ash dunes shuddered, lifting in waves as gravity buckled. A roar thundered from the barren rock as the Ignis drive ignited. Light speared the heavens, brighter than any sun, a newborn star tearing itself into existence where none should be. The alien fleet broke formation in panic. Their ships warped, shields cracking under gravity storm. Communication screamed across the void. Impossible, no primitive could. Containment breach. It's a star, he's birthing a star. Elias stood silhouetted against the rising brilliance, his human frame dwarfed by the inferno. His skin blistered, but his gaze never wavered. He thought of Earth's children, their small hands reaching toward a sky they'd been forbidden to touch. He thought of the council's decree, carved in arrogance. He roared, voice carried on a tide of fire. You denied us the stars, so I lit one myself. Aftermath. When the light faded, the barren rock was gone. In its place burned a small, radiant star, casting warmth into the void. The alien fleet, vaporized. The council's nearest outpost, reduced to drifting glass. And humanity, for the first time in history, they claimed a son of their own making. Elias's body was never found. Some said he perished in the ignition, consumed by the fire he unleashed. Others whispered he had become part of the star, his name written in its flames. On Earth, they called it Cain's light, a star born not of nature, but of defiance. The Council of Stars could no longer ignore humanity. For every sun they chained, the humans had proved they could light their own. And from that moment on, the galaxy trembled, because if one man could ignite a star with stolen fire, what could an entire species do with their unyielding will? Epilogue. Dr. Leora survived, her broken body drifting in the orbit of Cain's light. Rescued weeks later, she carried with her the story, the proof, that one human had defied the universe. She told it to every council envoy, every alien skeptic, every frightened human child. The alien stars denied us, she said, voice firm as steel. But Captain Elias Cain showed us, we are not beggars at their table. We are the forge, and where there is fire, there will always be light. The children would look up at Cain's light, burning eternal in the sky, and smile, because they knew humanity was no longer in the shadows. They were the fire in the dark,